Good day, everybody. I apologize for that. I think I'm up and running. Oliver, hello. Michelle, hi. Stuart, yes, great way to end a good week. Another SK stream. Hi, everybody. Stuart, it's great seeing you in here. I apologize for that. That was really kind of strange. Usually, nobody calls me, right? Nobody calls me. And all of a sudden, right as soon as I hit going live, I get a phone call, and the only person that calls me is my wife. So, you know, priorities. Sorry about that, but I think I'm okay now. I seem a bit dark. Mafu, hello. How are you? Okay. No, Michelle, it's okay. It's, yes, nobody calls me. Stuart says I do, but then I hang up. Well, this just, it threw me off. It threw me off. That's all I can say. So I apologize for that. All right, so today is a, out of the normal stream, we're going for a Friday stream because I was bored. I've got stuff I should be working on, and I decided, you know what? I want to stream. So we're going to stream today. Just for the hang of it, for the heck of it, I guess. You know, want to hang out with you. Procrastination nation. That is true. That is true. Michelle says, bored, go outside, enjoy summer. It's hot. No, I've taken care of like the stuff I need to. I need to update my resume. I need to do different things like that. And yeah, I just didn't want to. Shawn is getting his mojo back to streaming. I am, Stuart. I'm trying to at least. So, yeah, this 1 day a week stuff. Well, no, I do more than that because I do the Firefly. But anyway, that's enough. You probably all know who I am, but if you don't, my name is Shawn Kosel. I'm a photographer. I'm based in Germany. If you're watching this on Behance, you can click on my icon. That's all the way up there. It'll take you to my Behance page, which is this. Wait, do we know if Chris is live too, by the way? I don't know. I don't know what Chris's schedule is. I don't have, I'm looking. I don't know. I asked Jane if she was going to stream today. She is not. She's feeling under the weather. So, I decided I'm going to. But if Chris does stream, everybody's more than welcome to jump into Chris's. I have no problem with that. Okay. Let's see. I'm just checking chat. Michelle says, I want to get back to streaming again. Have I ever seen any of your streams, Michelle? I'm curious. Hold on. I'm feeling really bad. I've seen and try to do it. Yeah. It's been a while. Yeah. I'm looking at your, bring this over here. I'm on Michelle's Behance page right now. And oh, it has been a while. December 11th. And yes, I have been in your streams. It has just been a while. So, okay. Let's see. Okay, that's my Behance. If anybody is interested, all right, scrolling. If anybody is interested, you can check out my past streams. You can check out my work. You can even check out the community's work here, also from the Creative Circus, among other challenges. You were one of the lucky few, Shawn. Thank you, Michelle. It is lucky. You know what? The thing is, I love the fact from when I started streaming and how many people followed. We've got Michelle, Mafu, Stuart, Stephen Booth. There's Gareth Gareth Williams. There's so many people that jumped into the streaming, and I'm assuming you've enjoyed it. I think. So it's kind of, I think it's great within the community. So for me to be able to jump into your streams, it's my honor. Like, I owe it to you. Yeah, I owe it to you to jump into the streams. Hello, Sandrine. So yeah, I've got no problem. Michelle says, I got a better camera now, just need to get a good light and green screen, and I'm good, so I guess. Oh, good to go, I guess. Okay. Yeah, it's green screens are inexpensive, and lights, wonder if I should show this. I'm thinking. Okay, I'm gonna show this. This is ugly. I was asked specifically about a light. I'm not using it right now. A LumaCube light. I'm not using it right now. But I was asked about these type of LEDs for streaming, and obviously the bigger the light, the better. Like, I have a huge drop box or a soft box over that area, and then I've got a light bar up above my head. Sometimes I use this just to kind of fill in over here if needed. I did a private stream testing these, and for one person, and there's only 2 people that have seen this. So let me bring this up. Let me see if I can find it. It's ooh. I'm actually nervous showing this because it's so bad. I gotta find it. Okay. And you get a little quick, you get a peek behind the green screen. Looks like the coverage won't be great by itself. It can be, Sandrine. Okay. That's not good. Hold on. All right, so this stream is about 2 minutes long. It's bad. It's very bad. And the purpose that it's bad is I was trying to show the use of the light. So we're all friends here, I think. Okay, here we go. Hello, Katarina. Okay, so right now I am running my light panel up above, and if I turn it off, oh, and I have auto exposure off on my camera for this test. So that's off. That's on. It's way too bright, so bringing it down. Okay, so that's my light panel. Now, the mini light panel that you're looking at, the LumaCube, the white part, that is a softener, so you're going to want to use that. So let's go ahead and turn it on. And right now I'm at 20% at 3700 Kelvin. So let's do that there. And now let's turn off that. Okay, so that right there is not bright enough. So leaving it at 37, bring up brighter. I've got it off to the side a little bit. I also have a window right there. What am I at? I'm at 80%. and it can run at this for 1.5 hours. Go ahead, switch that to 5,000. That's enough. Okay, more of a white light, cooler light. Okay. So I will let you make the decision. Depending upon the placement, I have it off to the side of my... Okay. As you can see, whenever anybody in the community actually asks for any type of help from me, I will do the best I can and pass along that information. Now, that is just trying to help people out within the community, saying, hey, this is what it is. Sandrine is asking what the brand of light is. It's a LumaCube. And this part here is a softening. And so it's just to make it softer light. But a diffuser. LumaCube Mini, or a panel mini is what it is. And yes, I was reading chat with all you guys giving me grief about the backdrops and what's in the shelves. I've got tons of travel books and tons of photography gear. That's why I use a green screen. This is my office. So, okay, so the point is the LumaCube Mini isn't a good option. Michelle, no, it's not that at all. Because here's the thing, like, let me turn it on. Gareth, hello. I don't want to blind the camera, so the smaller the light, the harsher it is, okay? So, you know, right now it's only at 20% at 3700 Kelvin. Yeah, there you go. That's the one Oliver's put it in. So normally if I have this, you can see how harsh it is. I keep it far away from me. That is just to soften it as it comes in, trying to, you know, soften the light up a little bit. So I use it as a fill. Now, hold on, let me extend out. If I extend this out, put it like right in front of the screen, so now I can't see the screen. And it's still low, but you can see kind of the harshness of the light. And this is with any type of lights when it comes to photography. The smaller the light, the harsher it is. This is turning into a horror stream. Yeah, I was not planning on going here. So yeah, that's there you go. Why did I go down this tangent? I don't even remember. Okay. And by the way, all the, like, you saw a ton of stuff behind me in the boxes and stuff. That's all like streamer gear boxes that I haven't taken upstairs. Okay. There we go. I still don't remember why we went into that control. Oh yeah, Michelle's looking for a new light. Controlling light is hard. It's not that it's hard, Michelle. You need to not be afraid of it, because I was completely scared of the idea of having lighting for photography. I always wanted natural light. I always wanted, you know, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that. And until I started really understanding it, and like, you know, my softbox that I've got over that direction, it's not even pointed at me. I actually have it bouncing off the wall, because if it was pointing at me due to my baldness, I would have a big bright spot here. Now, of course, I've got a little bit of a bright spot right here, but I'm okay with that. You know, I have lights, I have skin, we have oil on our skin, so I'm fine with that. But I also have a white desk, so I've got the light up above kind of coming down, bouncing off of the desk, trying to fill in everything and just to have a nice even lighting. Also, you're talking about green screens, and we are going down a rabbit hole here, but you have to make sure that your green screens are properly lit, because now look at that. See how horrible that is? The lighting of the green screen, now it's still keying out, so that's all good. But with those two lights, it's actually illuminating and helping illuminate the room. So you don't have this horrible blotchy looking. So I highly recommend the idea of illuminating your green screens. And that's not only for keying, but it's also to help you look better. Okay, I can't remember the name of the law that dictates light fall off. I cannot right now either. It'll hit me eventually. All right, just checking up on. There we go. All right, that's good. Actually, it's not that big of a rabbit hole, because we are going to be talking about photography today. So if anybody's got questions about anything at all, and Oliver, I am going to need your help identifying something soon. But let's get back to the introductions. Okay. Here we go. If you like what I do, you can feel free to subscribe right there, or you can buy me a cup of joe. If you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, you will see a Linktree link up here. This will have all my links on it, and you can jump over to Behance, whatever you would like to do, or just stay where you're at. Okay, Michelle's going to be right back. I think we're ready just to dive into this. You got 1 hour and 10 minutes before I have a meeting. Okay. Then let's start. So, first thing right off the bat, I'm in Lightroom Classic. This was my trip this week to Chiemsee, Germany, which is in the Alps. And for Oliver, let's see. I know I've got some better photos. I was able to get a little closer, maybe. But for these birds, that's not a good photo. These waterfowl, God, these are horrible. I was trying to take a quick photo. I was it is a coot. Yes. Okay. Okay. I am happy now. Here we go. I was in line with a handful of people. Were getting on the ferry from the UK, and I was like, I have no idea what this is, but I know I have to figure it out, and because Oliver's gonna give me grief about it. So I actually got online, researched, and I'm like, it's a coot. And so I was happy about it. Then the people in line from the UK were calling it something totally different. And I'm like, no, I looked it up because I have to. There is a nature photographer that's going to give me a great deal of grief if I get this wrong. So it's a coot, and they're like, nope, it's not a coot. Okay, Oliver says, specifically, it's a Eurasian coot. Oh, geez. Yes, a moran. Yep, they were calling it a moran. Exactly, people were calling it a moran. People confuse that. Yes, I'm not gonna try to name. Oh, they have red faces. Moorhens. Let me Google that really quick just so I can see the difference. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's totally different. Okay. All right. Whew. Chalk one up for me. It's a rarity. I had to Google it, but I knew this was going to be part of a conversation. So, okay. I'm happy. We can end the stream now. People get birds wrong a lot, and I'm one of them. Sandrine says, in French, they are called water hens. Now I know the name in English. They make strange noises. They're both rails, which is why they look so similar. People confuse them all the time. I didn't know what a moran was, so that's why I Googled it. All right. I actually don't even know what a rail is. I guess a type of bird. All right. Let's dive into this. So, on my trip, it was a quick trip down south to the German Alps, sometimes called like the Baby Alps. But we were staying on this lake, the Chiemsee Lake. And so getting out and about, trying to kind of just being able to show the landscape of the mountains, the lake, adding a little bit of people having life in it kind of adds a bit to it. Sandrine says, okay, apparently I got it wrong. Coot aren't water hens and not moorhens either. Okay. There are 2 islands, and to give everybody a little bit of background, you've got Mad King Ludwig. He was the king in Bavaria, and he was also the king that ended up making Neuschwanstein, which most people know as the castle that Disney is based on. He apparently died with his doctor on a lake after pretty much spending his family's fortune and investors' fortunes making 3 castles, making the Neuschwanstein, and in these castles he only lived in them for like 10 days and then he was dead. Is there still the big cross? There is, Sandrine. Okay. Let me jump ahead. This one's for Sandrine. Oh my gosh. Tell me I got a picture of the cross. I may not have taken a picture of the cross. I was standing right next to the cross, and I never took a picture of the cross. I took a picture of the windmill. Oh no. Yeah, Sandrine, it's still there. I didn't take a picture of it. Oh well. I was not feeling 100% at the time. You see it here? Yeah. That's hilarious. Anyway, yes, it's still there. The Mad King Ludwig made Neuschwanstein, Linderhof, and this castle. This castle cost more money, and let me actually scroll down since we're talking about it. It cost more money to build than the other 2 combined. So it was based on Versailles, and if you actually look at Neuschwanstein would be the new swan stone, but I like the Neuschwanstein. But I've heard they're making it up now with tourists. Yes, they are. Yeah, they are. they're making a ton of money. So if the plans, if Mad King Ludwig would not have been killed, I mean died, he would have, this actually would have been bigger than Versailles. But it is absolutely based on Versailles. King Ludwig had a love affair with Wagner, and yes, Wagner, the military nut jobs, are actually based, the name is based on the composer Wagner. But King Ludwig had a love affair with him and Louis the 14th. So I couldn't take any photos inside the castle itself, which is very disappointing because it was stunning. And I have been to so many residences, I've been to so many castles, that there's times that Anne and my wife and I are like, let's not go. It's just going to be another residence. Ferrat, hello. I'm doing well. How about you? Sandrine says Wagner has had a lot of dubious followers. Many thanks to his progeny. Okay. So one of the things that we're going to be working on today, I've uploaded these photos and I have not looked at them. So we're going to, his daughter. Okay. We're going to go through these photos. We're going to take a look at them. One of the things I'm probably going to do is some of these, if I want to work on, is we're going to eliminate people. Today is going to be about removing distractions and using Photoshop beta for that. So that is going to be a huge thing of what we're going to be doing today. But let's go ahead and just start at the beginning so we can start culling some of these. Now, this is an abbey. They make schnapps. So they have a ton of different liquors. This was the Frauenile, Frauenile, and then there's Herrenile. So I kind of like that. I wouldn't mind seeing what we can do with that. It's got a nice foreground with the weeds. We've got a middle ground, background. Maybe crop it down to a panoramic, but we'll see. This one is a little bit boring, but mainly the entire reason I wanted to take this is to showing the depth of the mountain range, which I'm absolutely amazing. This one I like. It's got a little bit of life going on over here, maybe a bit too much, where it's a little bit distracting. I don't think anybody is actually noticeable, so I shouldn't get in trouble showing that. And let's see, that's too close to the edge. And so all I'm doing right now is I'm going to be giving these 3 stars if there's something that I may want to edit. And then we can come back, take a look at what we've got going. Okay. That one I find interesting, needs to be straightened. And of course, as always, if anybody has any questions, tangents, anything you want to talk about, because today is just a laid back Friday. That's all we're going for today. Maybe. By the way, just so you know, I don't know if Jack's going to be there, but I will be there and I will be doing a Firefly stream later today in about 4 hours, and we're going to continue on adding things to the US map. So we were taking prompts from chat that was whatever it is that you're thinking about when specific states, the names in America, And Stuart and Oliver were very adamant about possibly doing the UK. And since I'm talking about that really quick, just let's hold on, everybody. Let me bring, whoa, what did I just do? Jeez, okay. This is actually, I find really cool, and it makes me happy. So people were watching the live stream and actually came up with their own. So they got a German map because they're from Germany, and they broke it down by states and kind of made their own map and posted it on the Discord. So that's really cool. I'm inspired by that, and I'm happy that I can inspire other people to do that. Stuart says, was I right in telling someone at work that Lightroom has an amazing remove noise feature, or did I dream that up? That was a great stream on the Discord. Thank you, Stuart. We're going to be continuing on. Stuart, or Oliver says, the new AID noise in Lightroom Classic is amazing. Yes. Yeah. Actually, we can go into Tangent Town right off the bat. Right off the bat. Let me find some indoors right here. Okay. So this was shot at, I have to be right back. Excuse me, everybody. Don't go anywhere. I apologize, everybody, for that. Thank you for hanging around. Stein, hello. I like this live stream. That's funny. Okay, we are talking about the new denoise that is in Lightroom Classic. So let's see what we've got here. I've shooting this at ISO 400. This one is pretty dark, and you can see we've got noise going on in the background here. My camera is a bit noisy, and especially, you know, I only shoot RAW, so we've got some noise going on. So let's go ahead and just take care of that. I'm going to hit D for develop. Now, normally you're going to do this at the, whoa. Okay. This is the first time this has ever happened. Scan the QR code to download Lightroom Mobile. I'm on the desktop, Adobe. Come on. Don't give me pop-ups. Adobe. Adobe, if you're listening, stop with the pop-ups. Oh my goodness. I think it's only available with raw images. That is absolutely correct, Sandrine. There's only your DNG, your raw images, and not your JPEGs. So that is absolutely correct. But the team is working on it. I can say that. So that is good. As you can see right here, down here, we've got under the detail. So we've got the detail right there. We have the noise reduction denoise. Reduce noise with AI. The results will be saved as a new DNG. Okay, let's do it. Now, it's part of the enhance feature. So as you can see, what comes up is the super resolution, which is in Adobe Camera Raw and Lightroom Classic. And so now we've got our denoise. So we can come through here and hopefully this comes across because I can see it huge. Like that is without the enhancement. And then when I release it, I mean, I'm not even going to touch the slider. Now, if I wanted to, I can bring this down and try to figure out, okay, where is the absolute minimum? And, I mean, God, that is so good. So let's just go ahead, hit enhance. So what I'll do is I'm going to zoom in on the images. And as you can see up here, it is creating the new DNG using denoise right there. And we'll let it process. Because AI's got to think. Jeez, AI. Psh. That's so yesterday. Okay. Let's go ahead, hit G for grid. And as we come in, you're going to see right here, it's created a new DNG and it actually says enhanced noise reduction right there. So we've got let's zoom in and actually pick the same spot, Shawn. So we can see, okay, that's close. All right, so that is with the noise reduction, and that's at 200% zoom, and that is without. So let's even kick this up to 300% so we can really see it. And hopefully, let me know if you can see it on the stream. So that's without. And that's with. It does an amazing job. It really does a good job. You know, you're not going to see it so much when you're zoomed out, but wow, when you zoom in, it's a huge difference. So hopefully that answers your question, Stuart. Umacorn, hello. Okay. Where are we? Here. No, actually, you know, it's a really good question to ask, Stuart, because I know there are times in which or how can I put this? There's updates. There's so many updates that happen at once, and it's very easy to lose track of them. So, all right. So I was still recovering a bit from COVID. I was not at 100% coming up to the mountains. So we took the Bergbahn all the way to the top using these older gondolas, which I find so cool. Okay, now heading up, so this is coming up to the highest points within that region, and I tell you what, the weather was vicious. It was windy, like within 10-15 seconds you would be able to see down to the valley, and then all of a sudden it would come in. Ooh, I like that. The weather would the clouds would come in, the rain, and you just couldn't see anything at all. I mean, that's really a prime example right there. Just going from that photo to that photo. Like, wow. Kind of cool. And of course, there's cows with bells. Gotta have the bells. So the weather came in on us. And it was cold, it was windy and raining. So we went into a mountain lodge and had a beer. The wife had coffee. I was in Bavaria, so what happens if you use denoise on fog? The question... So look, Stein, you got me thinking. Let's try it. Okay, let's go ahead and try this one. This has the clouds coming in. Now I'm shot at ISO 100, so there's no noise or very minimal noise that you're going to get from that. So let's try it. That's never even crossed my mind to do. So let's hit D for develop, and let's go ahead and hit denoise, and let's get into the fog here. It looks like it almost feels like it's just giving it some sharpening. All right, let's go ahead. See what it does. Wait for it. Tangerine says, I guess you got fog without noise, but dehaze on the other hand. Yeah, we can dehaze all we want. Not recommended all you want. keep it slow, keep it minimal, keep it minimal. Okay. So let's go ahead. We're at 300. So, oh, that's a good, okay. That's what we're going to use as our reference. We're going to use this right there as our reference. Let's get back to the other one. Where'd you go? There you are. All right. So we're at 300%. Yeah, it actually looks like it brought out a little bit of detail within the trees. Like it added a little bit of contrast. It definitely did it in the mountains. If you look up in this area up here. Interesting. Okay. Make sure we'll see which one we got here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I can't see the difference zoomed out. Yeah, I see no difference. Not much effect, but very little. Yeah, it's very little. And let's go back, if we go to our enhanced, oh my goodness, hold on everybody, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, everybody. This is kind of the downfall of streaming when I'm not expecting to, but that was a very important call from something that starts with the letter A. That's all I can say. Cool. I'm a little off my game right now. Aldi, yes, you are right, Oliver. Okay, you wouldn't expect it to make much difference to the fog, as it's supposed to intelligently remove the noise without affecting the photo. Yes, it could be Audi. I am in Germany. What am I doing? Hitting I. Okay, hitting D for develop. Making sure, going back, making sure we're in the right photo. Yeah, we're in the right photo. Okay, let's go down. Let me get rid of that. And we're going to jump into our basics. And the question is the dehaze. So we're going to dive into that. So we can go in and, you know, really go over the top. Aldi's is everywhere. I know, Sandrine. We can go over the top with the dehaze. Is your cam mirrored? It could be. Why, Umacorn? Actually, the funny thing is, what I did, Umacorn, is I mirrored it. If I do, you can see when I'm here in this, I'm talking to you, usually when I'm in big head mode, right? So when I'm on this side and I'm looking at chat and I'm working, I'm looking in towards the screen. So it's more appealing to look at. Then if I'm on the other side, now if I'm looking at chat and I'm looking at the screen, it's again, I'm looking into the screen instead of me looking like this off screen, which isn't appealing. It's not good. So yes, I thought all that through. All right, if you say so. Lovely photo. Thank you on Twitch. Okay. Dehaze. You want to be careful with dehaze. Let's double click, take it down to 0. You can always add more fog, so we can haze the photo if we want. Don't go over the top, because that is not good. Dehaze needs to be brought back down. And yes, Aldi's is in the US, Sandrine. It's quite amusing that I've got family and friends that would come to visit from the US, and they're like, oh, there's Aldi's here. I'm like, yeah, I think they started here. All right, if you say so. You took this one yourself. I did. I am a photographer. Let's go ahead and just, I like a little bit of dehaze in that photo, but I don't want to go over the top. Mainly what I'm looking at. I did not hear that, Sandrine. I did not hear that. Sandrine says, I heard you got Walmart in Germany. Last time I was here, so I've been in Germany for 10 out of 12 years. Last time I was here, they would not allow Walmart. So if a Walmart actually got into Germany, I haven't heard that before, and I'm very disappointed. Oliver says, aren't Aldi and Lidl both German companies? I thought Aldi was. I don't know about Lidl. Not sure. And all right, I'm just going to say all right from now on. I love photography. Me too. And there's a couple people in chat that love photography too. So you are in the right place. Oh, they failed and folded. I could see the German people like saying, I'm not going to have anything to do with that. Where are we? Let's get back into here. Actually, come back. Want one of these photos. Let's go ahead, give that a 3 stars. And keep going. trying to get these photos out a window that is literally like this much open. Always a little difficult. And you're swinging by a cable in wind. Spar is German. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm not 100% sure, but All right says, I'm a fellow photographer as well, so a fun hobby. Let me know what you take photos of, all right? What do you like to photograph? Spar is Dutch. Now, no sparring in chat. If you guys are, trying to one-up each other, no sparring. Trains, planes, buses, trams, and the family cat. Transportation is a huge photography topic because it can span so much. Okay, Sandrine says, yes, my bad. I just checked. They're Dutch. All right, you play nice. I like that. I like that one. Ooh, I like that one better. Spar is fir. Fir, F-I-R. Like fir tree. I like no. All right. Yeah, the tree. Okay, Umacorn, thank you. Ooh, I like that one even better. I like it because of this cloud right there coming through. That's nice. Like that. Having that hint that actually brings you back into the photo. That's nice. Just the weather that day. It was vicious. It was cold, and I got to do some cows. I've got to. Wait, get back here. Checking for focus. I think I like that one better. All right. Moving on. All right, says transportation photography and the other occasional landscape or wildlife photo when the right opportunity is there. And family cat photography. I just gave denoise on ISO 102,400 photo, and it did a surprisingly good job. Share it on the Discord, Oliver. I want to see a before and after, even if it's just screenshots. Okay, one... God, I don't know if this one... I love having the fence like this right here. I was shooting at f7.1, which is kind of one of the sharpest focal length or sharpest f-stops for this lens that I'm using. But I don't know. I like having that fence in the foreground. We'll see. We'll see what we can get. You know what? I'm going to try something here. I have not done this before, so I don't know if it's actually going to work. So we've got two different focal lengths, or what I have as the focal point. Here, I focused on the fence. You can see, bam, that's in focus. Now, if I go to the next one, I focused out in this tree right here. So this fence post is now slightly blurry, but I wonder if I go ahead and let's merge these two photos. Let's do a photo merge. I don't want to do HDR. Let's try panoramic. And let's see what it can do, what it'll give me. My Lightroom Classic just gave me that Lightroom pop-up, but only when I switched to develop. That's just what happened to me. Okay, so we are in the panorama merge preview right here. I've got the two images successfully merged. I'm not worried about the boundary wrap. Now let's go ahead and use AI to fill those edges. Sandrine, have a great day. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. And it looks like it might have done a good job. We've got it set to auto. So let's go ahead and merge and let Lightroom Classic do its thing. Sandrine, if I don't talk to you this weekend, have a great weekend. Does anybody want a sneak? I've got a sneak if you'd like to hear. It did. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. I almost need to... Let me think here. I love what it did, but I don't like how it grabbed this post right there. Okay, we need to grab that photo. I'm going to hold down Command. We're going to grab that photo. We're going to right click and let's go into Edit In, and we're going to open as layers in Photoshop. And it's going to say, hey, whoa, 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 you have Photoshop Beta open. Do you want Photoshop or do you want Photoshop Beta? Beta is going to work. I'm stunned that I said, does anybody want a sneak? And nobody has said anything. Check stream chat in your Discord. Okay. Jumping into Discord. Also, yes to sneaks. I can tell you a little tiny bit. I'm going to max. Oh, wait, where'd you put it? Stream chat, okay. I'm a bit excited. That's where I had to go. Okay, denoising ISO 100,000 to... Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. That is noisy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Holy cow. That's my max ISO on my camera. I don't even know what my max ISO is. Okay, Oliver. What is it? So I'm trying to think how to do this. I think there's a workaround. Because I think you can only do this once. I like you don't even know what it is. It's a hedgehog, isn't it? That's I could never imagine shooting my max ISO on my camera. Well, now that's a possibility. That is a possibility. A hedgehog, yeah. Oh, I'm trying to think if there's a way to run it a second time. Now, normally what occurs, because it's exported out as a DNG, and I'm going to have to test this right now. Let's jump back into Lightroom Classic, and let's find that peacock again. Find it. Where are you? Here you go. Here we are. We've got our enhanced denoise. Now it's a DNG, so it should be a still considered a raw file. So let's come down to detail. Denoise has already been applied to this photo. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I get it. I get it. That the workaround is not take it at a ridiculous ISO. But sometimes, you know, that's what you have to do. But what I'm thinking is if you could run it again, because how can you export this file out still as a raw image? Wait. Okay. Hitting G for grid. We've got our enhanced. We're going to go Command E. We're going to open this up in beta. Let's see if this works. I gotta find tickets to freaking to LA. All right, so we need to make a slight change. So let's just go ahead. Let's get a curves. Let's go ahead. We're going to add a curves adjustment layer. Let's brighten up our midtones. We're going to bring down our highlights. Let's bring up our blacks. Bring up our darks a little bit right there. Let's brighten that up a bit. And I'm not going to do any generative at all. So at this time, we're going to go Command S. That's going to save it as it should. And I don't know if I've got this set up to come in as a PSD or a TIFF. We're going to find out. Okay, we're going to close that. Let's get back over into Lightroom Classic. And it brought it in as a PSD. Now, are PSDs considered RAW files? I don't know. Denoise is not compatible with this photo format. Okay. I'm going to have to work on that. I'm going to have to figure that out. All right, says I got to send everything allows me to export to my phone, which I do. I got a camera that allows me to export photos to my phone and will image shooting max ISO. Why would you? Well, okay, no, we're not going to get into a phone discussion. All right. Go ahead, hit G. That did not work. So PSDs, you're not going to be able to use the enhance on again. Oh, now you can't say that. All right, says I use Lightroom Mobile all the time and edit photos. Should I kill myself? I never edit RAWs. I always edit JPEGs. Okay, we're going into Tangent Town, ladies and gentlemen. Let me grab a photo here. Okay. Let's see here. We need to do some edumacation. This is the photo. If you could export as a DNG and remove the metadata that says it's already been enhanced, that might work. Yeah, it might, but I'm looking for a workaround, Oliver, to make it as quick as possible. All right, so we've got this photo. This is an unedited photo. I'm going to hit G. I'm going to write, let's just go export. We're going to export it. I'm going to export this to my desktop. That's fine. I'm not going to resize it. We are going to go ahead, and you can see right here, we're going to make it a JPEG. Keep the quality at 100 and not do anything else to it. Let's export. It's probably already done, and it is. Okay, next off, we are going to grab that, and I'm just going to pop it right here onto my Lightroom Classic, onto the tab, and it brings up everything. That's the only one I want, and we're going to call this a test. And we're going to add, and let's import. And boom, it's done. So we've got that. I'm going to hit C for compare. Actually, let's go G. We're going to hit all photos. And right next to each other, we have our 142 DNG and our 142 JPEG. Okay, let me move chat back so I can see you. Now, All Right is trying to dig themselves out of the hole. I realize the difference between editing JPEG and editing RAWs. I just can't be bothered fixing my own problem because I export in such a way where it's just easier to do things as JPEGs. The number one thing that I say: shoot RAW, shoot RAW, shoot RAW. If you want to shoot RAW and JPEG, that's fine and dandy. There is a huge reason between shooting RAW and shooting JPEG. There is no reason not to shoot in RAW anymore. I am of an age that I remember how expensive memory was, and it is no longer expensive. So the whole concept of saying, okay, I need to save space, I need to do that, no. I shoot RAW in camera, export as JPEG. Malik, hello. Good to see you. Welcome back. Okay, maybe I am not against anybody's workflow. So please, first, I have absolutely no problem with anybody's workflow at all. So let's go ahead. I'm going to hold down Shift. We're going to grab both of those. I'm going to hit C for compare. Let's hit I so we can actually see which ones we are dealing with. Now, going into the develop module, right off the bat, making sure you can see which one I'm working in. Here's the number one issue as a photographer that you want to shoot RAW, and that is going straight into the basics, and it's right here called white balance. If they shoot RAW in camera, surely the files are RAW in Lightroom. Do they mean they export from Lightroom? Yes, that's what they mean, Oliver. They export from Lightroom as JPEGs, but that's what they're saying. You want to know what my real problem is, why I do that? Of course. if you're giving me that information, yeah. Number one, but there's a lot of people that shoot in JPEG, or they just want to work with JPEG because they want the camera to do the processing. I'm a control freak. So very first off the bat is when you're dealing with, let's even take it a step further. Let's go ahead, hit the auto button. Oh God, that's horrible. That's horrible. Horrible, but we're gonna hit the auto button. Now let's go to our JPEG. Let's go hit the auto button. Look at the difference. This is the RAW. This is the exact same photo. I'm too lazy. You win. You win. If anybody comes in and they say this is my workflow, and I'm giving them grief about it, and their response is, well, I'm lazy. How can I compete with that? You win. We're calling it a day. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Okay. The amount of information that is lost when you start working with a JPEG is amazing. And even if you watch the sliders over here, as I flip through the two, their movement is very minimal, but the difference of the photo is astronomical. Like, that's horrid, and that's the JPEG. Exact same photo using the auto. You got that. Next off, you've got white balance. Within the JPEG, you have auto and custom. That's it. That's it. Jumping into the RAW, you have auto, daylight, cloudy, shade, tungsten, fluorescent, flash, and custom. So just for me, not everybody here, but for me, when it comes to the photos, I'm a bit of a control freak, and I want to have the control over editing each individual photo as it is in my precious baby. That's why I don't do a ton of batch editing also. I will do some basic batch editing edits to get basic, maybe lighting, exposure, white balance set, if it's studio shooting, something like that. But for the most part, I won't do batch editing because each photo, I believe, has its own story to tell. Okay. Oliver says, if they shoot raw, yeah, okay. I know journalists often shoot in JPEG because they don't have the time to do the retouching, just needs to shoot and send. Yes. Now, also, if you are shooting that way, you're going to be having your camera, let's say you're shooting Fuji, which I know there's a ton of photographers, because Fuji's JPEG processing is so good that they shoot JPEG and RAW, and they actually use the JPEG as a reference to edit the RAW to that point. Same thing as Oliver is saying, whereas journalists, any type of journalist could be, because of a time schedule, would be shooting JPEG and shipping it out. But also they've got their cameras set up in a very specific manner to do the processing that they like. Okay, All Right is writing books over here, and I love it. Okay, I'm just kind of running through all of that. Yeah, social, okay. That's a whole nother animal as soon as you say social media. Let's go ahead, hit G. I think I made my point. Let's get back into here. Hitting D. We're gonna reset that. Getting G. Getting back into this photo. Yep, I'm gonna delete it. I'm going to delete everywhere. Just get rid of it. I don't want to see that JPEG anymore. Don't want to see it. See, I'm like, how long have I been streaming and I haven't even edited one photo? I'm an hour and 17 minutes in. Wait a minute. Okay, now let's get back into Photoshop because there's something I want to do. So, this is what we've got going on. Here is, let me turn off this one. First off, this is our background. This is our panoramic stitched photo from Lightroom Classic. I like what we've got going on. The only thing I do not like is that post right there. So I brought in both as layers, so I can bring the opacity of the top layer down. And what I'm gonna do is, doing this smartly, let me bring the opacity back up to 100, making sure I don't mess anything up. We're gonna turn that into, yeah, okay, fine. We're gonna turn this into a, Alex, hello, turn that into a smart object. Alex, it's been a while. Good to see you, my friend. Now, we're gonna bring down the opacity. Let's go ahead, Command plus, we're gonna zoom in, and we're gonna go Command T. And I just wanna get this a little bit lined up. I'm gonna use the arrows. And another way to do this, if I bring the opacity all the way back up to 100, I can hit OK, and then I can actually switch this to difference. Switching it to difference, you can see where it's black, it's lined up, And where it's not black, it's not lined up. So at this point, if I hit V for the move tool, I can sit here and just use my arrow keys to line this up. And this is a wonderful technique to use to help line up images, is using the difference key. Difference blend mode does an absolutely spectacular job. So I think that is good right there. Let's go ahead. We're going to switch it back to normal. Now I'm going to end up holding down the Alt or Option key, and we're going to make a mask. Now here, let me grab my Wacom, because we're going to do some fine brushing here. Get this turned on. We're going to hit B for the brush tool. Let's make our brush a little bit bigger. Let's bring our opacity, let's take it down to maybe 40. And I'm painting with white and making sure I'm on the mask. So what I want to do, soft brush, let's go a little bit bigger. Just trying to bring this face in. Let's bring up our opacity to 60. Now all I'm trying to do is bring out the detail on the face of this post. There we go. Now I'm starting to get it out, get it what I like. Bring that out a little bit. Now I can see for sure one issue that we've got is the barbed wire. Now this barbed wire right here coming towards us, that's going to be okay. I can deal with that. It's the barbed wire that is actually between the two that is bothering me. So we can deal with that, maybe. I hope. You can really see the difference in the depth of field that we've got going on. But let's go ahead, zoom in even a little bit more. And we do have, they did do some bad stitching. Yeah, they really did. Okay, we're gonna need to do some blending on that for sure. I don't like how that's looking. So, okay. We are painting with white on a black mask. I'm at 40%. All I want to do, try to bring some of that detail back in from the wire. Come on now, come on. Okay, just hitting X, switching back. Oh, picking up the other wire. All right, let's make our brush bigger now. Still on a soft brush, going down to 40. Just trying to blend this in a little bit better. Any hard line that you're seeing, get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Need any hard lines. It's nature, there's not supposed to be any. Wow, that's... messed up, but we can fix that. Let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead. Okay. Chat has gotten quiet. Going on here? I don't like the way this is going. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Command D, Command Delete. That's gonna fill that in. And we're gonna disable that layer mask to begin with. You know, I'm doing this the wrong way, actually. Instead of... Yeah, I am. Let's go ahead. We're going to enable that. We're going to go Command I. We're going to do this a little bit of a hard way here. So let's go ahead. I'm going to grab the rectangular marquee tool. Let's go and just start making some quick selections. We're going to go Option Delete. Excuse me, Command Delete. We're going to fill that with black. Command D to deselect. Do this section right there. Again, we've got Command Delete. Command D to deselect. Now we've got this going on. Okay, now we need our brush. So back onto there, we're going to hit B for our brush, making sure we're painting with black. So hitting X, we're going to make our brush bigger and bring our opacity down to 40. Oh, Oliver, have a great day. Thank you for being here and helping out with the coot. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's just blend these two in. All right, zoom in. Okay. You can tell I'm getting focused when I'm quiet. I'm watching my mask as well as the photo itself, trying to bring out the details that I want. and just using the X key to swap back and forth.
Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Okay. Alex, are you heading out? Have a good day. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. Moliere, hello, welcome in. I hope I said your name right. If I didn't, I apologize. Seeing what we've got going here, painting. Anything back in that we want. Eh. So jumping in the mask like this and being able to see like, okay, these are areas I missed. This is what I can get a little bit better of. This is very helpful to do if you've got splotches, if you've got just missed areas. You can really jump in and take a look at your mask and be much more precise to what you've got going on. Yeah, I like where that's going. Let's go Command S. We're going to save that out. And it's saving a copy back over into Lightroom Classic. So we can say, thank you, Photoshop. And I hope everybody's having a great Friday. Let me know if you've got any type of plans this weekend. As of right now, for me, I think I'm going to be going to a possible wine fest. But who's that surprising? Oof, I like that one. Go ahead, star that one. And I always try to shoot dark. I prefer to shoot dark rather than too light like that. That is, I was shooting more to get the details of the wind vane. Umacorn says nothing special, only streaming. Umacorn, your streams are special though. I like that. I like that one. By the way, everybody, just anybody new here, we do have streamers in chat. We've got Umacorn and Alex and who else? Well, Stuart streams. I don't know if Stuart's still around. He's probably working, moving a mouse, maybe eating. We haven't gotten Oliver yet to start streaming. Sandrine's been a guest on my stream. Am I missing anybody? Gareth's going to be back streaming at some point once he's back up to probably 95%. At least we hope he's back streaming. I don't know if I've missed anybody. I have, sorry. So as I'm going through and I'm looking at photos and I'm calling them, what you want to do is you're looking for interest. Something like this. We've got this little path. Wow, sorry about that. We've got this path down here, which is part of the foreground. We've got a nice framing of the tree here. We've got your midground, which is kind of these hills, and then we've got this cloud bank as your background. So I'm looking at things, if it's not just like, oh, this is a good photo or whatever, I'm looking for something of any type of interest. Because a lot of the times you take landscape photography and there really isn't much interest into them. Like this one, to me, there's not any interest. The foreground, we've got a little bit of these rocks, but it's not that interesting. You know, something like this. And quick story, I was taking this photo, and you can see down here, this is where the gondolas come up at. And while I was waiting and waiting, because I wanted to catch a gondola right there. And as the clouds and the weather was coming in, racing in up against these mountains, up the mountains to the top of these hills, I was like, okay, it's windy. There's a lot of weather happening, and I haven't seen a gondola for a long time. Am I stuck up here? I mean, if I had to hike down, I could. I've hiked down mountains because I've been up after the gondolas have actually stopped running, trying to get, you know, sunset photos and stuff. I have made that mistake. And pro tip, if you've got a real camera with you, now this was before I owned a cell phone or anything like that. So forget it. I'm not even going to tell that story. Everybody's response is going to be, well, I would just use my cell phone. Locked myself right into that one. See what we can do with that one. And again, we've got the clouds just coming racing in. Lee, hello. Before phones with lights, I always took a small torch with me on my belt. The problem, Lee, is we were in Dubrovnik, and at that time, as my wife and I were traveling, we were flying Ryanair. So we spent like a week and a half in Dubrovnik, and you pack just in a backpack. So little things like lights was an accessory that we did not have room for. So I ended up using the focal point, the focal light on my camera to get us off the mountain. As a beam of light is actually, when you use your focal point, it actually shoots a beam of light and measures where your subject is you're pointing at, and comes back and says, okay, this is your focal length. So yeah, Ryanair for me is 3 weeks with 4 kids and a wife. Okay. A good memory for you. I've got too many of those, Lee. It's interesting, but I don't like that one. That is some nice framing. We're gonna see what we can get, because you can see the church. We've got the village down here. We've got Shimsi, the lake is down there. So let's see what we can get out of that one. And now we're heading down. Ooh. I have more of those? Okay. All right, says your photography is too good. Thank you. This was not a great photography trip for me, to be honest. But thank you for that. I've gotten very picky as to when I pull my camera out. That one I love this photo. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I don't know where I can take it. We need to get it straight. We need to get the pillars straight. I love the fact that we've got, oh, the kid's picking his nose. Come on. Doesn't he know his photo's being taken? Don't pick your nose. Dang kids. Kids and their darn nose picking. Ruins a great shot. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna rate that one a 3. Okay. Looking at the castle, seeing if I've got anything good. I don't mind the cables. I don't mind a lot going on. I just don't think it's that great of a castle. Michelle, welcome back. Michelle's back, everybody. Michelle's back. All right. The rough thing about the location that my wife chose for the village where we're staying is that the sun was setting behind us, and then the sunrise had to come up over the mountains. So it was frustrating to get any good like evening light. So I was having a tough time. It's not getting me. The darn ferry turned. Like, come on, dude, don't turn. I want a profile. That's a maybe. That's a maybe. Okay. Umacorn, get some ice for me, please. All right, we talked about the birds. My wife. Now we're heading out to the ferry. Heading out to the islands. This is the following morning. I like this idea. I don't know. Let's see. I think this is the one that's going to be better for the crop. I like the idea of having the foreground of being on the ferry. You can see you're on a ferry. Oh, come on, Shawn, don't hit your mouse. You can see you're on the ferry. We obviously, life preservers. We've got the ferry in the mid-ground, and then we also have the mountain ranges. So I like where this one is going. It needs work, as do most of my stuff. Okay, now we are on the island. And the fields were great. The clouds were amazing. That's actually I like that. I like the negative space, the balance. Maybe we can pull out some of those fields and that bit of life with the horse. Yeah, I dig that. Trying to frame up. This is, let me know in chat what you guys think. So framing, this is a technique in which everybody tries to do. It's a very basic technique in which you're set up your framing. Now, I do it all the time. I think I like see it out of the corner of my eye, whatever. And it's just, I see it and then I'm like, oh, I gotta take that picture. And it's not the fact that I like it. It's just, it's one of those things, like, I have been trained for so long that I see it and I'm like, oh, I gotta take it. Like, maybe this would be cool, maybe not. I mean, it's not a lot going on. You know what it needs? Okay, we're gonna do this really fast, just because we're gonna go into a transform. We're gonna go through, make everything straight. Come on, Shawn, get it straight. Make it straight. Windows straight. There we go. I like that. Go into our basics. Bring the clouds out. We're going to bring those highlights down. We're going to open up our shadows just a tiny bit. Let's add a little bit of tiny whites. We're going to just a bit to bring up the exposure. Our blacks, we want to bring that up just a hair. We're going to add some texture, adding a bit of clarity to get that grass to pop. And we can even add just a touch of dehaze to bring the blues out up here. The ideas of how anyone's brain processes things, the different ways of things, is quite interesting. It is, but it's also frustrating. Just adding a tiny bit of vibrance to bring out that red, that is really nice contrast to our greens. I don't think we're going to deal with much of anything else. We're going to go into not our detail. Yeah, we'll jump into our detail. Let's add a bit of sharpening. Holding down the Option key, we're going to mask out all that sharpening except for on the edges. And I'm good with that. So at this point, we're going to hit G. We're going to go Command E. And yeah, Photoshop Beta. That's what I want. That's what I want. Give it to me. Give it to me. Okay. I was planning on something like this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the lasso tool and we're going to want just a tiny bit right here, and we're going to go child playing soccer. I'm sorry if I offend anybody by calling it soccer. Blame the people in the UK. It's not my fault. All right. I like that, the little girl. What is going on with that? What? I can't even tell what that is. We're gonna go back to the little girl. I like the little girl. Looks a little tiny bit big. So what I'm gonna do is turn this into a smart object. We're gonna come down here to the contextual taskbar, and that's an augmented kid. We're gonna remove the background of our child. And now hitting Command T, we're gonna hold down the Alt and we're gonna just drag it a little bit like so. Was there a ball? There was a ball, wasn't there? I need the ball back. Where's the ball? So with the mask selected, we're going to bring the density down. There's the ball. Okay, let's zoom in. And what I'm going to do is let's just grab an elliptical marquee tool. Holding shift, I don't know if it's going to be round or not. It may be round. Okay, not round. Make it work. Don't need everything. We're going to grab that. Now at this point, I'm going to go Option Delete. Let's bring our density of the mask. Ooh, ensure we're on the mask. Option Delete. Excuse me, Command Delete. Command D to deselect. Command 0. Okay, there we go. Now, at this point, I'm going to turn this into a smart object again. And we're going to go up to our filters, Neuro Filters. We're going to go into Harmonization. Clicking on Harmonization, we need to select our layer. And let's just kick that strength up a little bit. And the thing that is a little bit off, bring brightness down, and we need to bring the saturation down a little bit. Regina, hello. And hit OK. Now we've got an overcast day. There's no shadows really, so not having a shadow is not that big of a deal. It looks a little bit off, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a little shadow. I'm going to go, actually not going to go Command J, I'm going to right click and I'm going to come up here and we're going to go New Smart Object via Copy. We're going to do that, and now I'm going to rasterize this layer. We're going to go ahead and use an exposure adjustment layer. I'm going to clip this layer down, and we're going to go, you know what? No, let's not do it that way. Let's go ahead. Let's delete that. We're going to double click and we're going to go into our layer style. And I want to do a color overlay. Jumping into our color overlay, let's go ahead, and shadows for the most part are mainly like a dark purple. We could maybe grab that. Yeah, let's grab that. I like that. We're going to hit, instead of screen, we're going to go normal. I'm going to hit OK. Now, with this, we're going to turn this one into a smart object. We're going to drag it below. We're going to go Command T. And let's zoom in so we can see what we're doing. And right click, let's go Distort and bring shadow down. Why is our shadow hiding? Wow, okay. Do this a different way. We're going to right click, we're going to flip vertical. We're going to bring it down like so. We're going to right click. Go ahead. This lined up. And I know we're going to have to get rid of that ball. Going to hit OK for that. I'm going to put a mask on it. We're going to grab a gradient tool, not a noise. We don't want a noise. We want a basic gradient. and go black to white. Black to white works fine. And pull this around like so. We're going to jump back into here. We're going to change this to multiply and bring down the opacity quite a bit. With that mask on, I'm going to hit B for the brush, making our brush smaller. And painting with black, we need to get rid of the soccer ball right there. Getting back in, we can bring up the opacity just a tiny bit. We need to go in and go filter, blur, Gaussian blur. I'm not using the live Gaussian blur because last time I did that, it like blew up my computer. We can bring the opacity down just a little bit right there. Bring it up just a hair. Crease, Gaussian blur a little bit more, hitting OK. Command 0 to zoom out. Still too much. Want a hint of that shadow. Okay. Next off, we need to go ahead, grab a layer. We're going to even bring this down below. Hitting B for our brush. Go ahead and grab that dark green and go multiply, and it's gonna paint right there. Go filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and we can bring down the opacity just a tiny bit just so we have a contact shadow, and command 0 to zoom out. So we've got a little bit of a hint. I'm still not a fan of what we've got going on with the harmonization. So we're going to take it another step further, and I'm going to grab a curves, holding down Option. We're going to make sure we're on our curves. Then I'm going to come up here and we're going to hold down the Option key and hit Auto. Now within the Auto, we want to find our darks and lights. That's the problem that we're having right now. So with our shadows, I'm going to click on our shadows, and we're going to grab that shadow right there, and I'm going to hit OK. For our highlights, maybe I'm going to grab this cloud, bring it up just a bit. I'm not really seeing any midtones except for right there. I'm gonna hit OK, and no, that is not a default. So just trying to get that, like the hair looks better. The actual blacks and whites are matching the scene a little bit better than it was before. And we can always just bring down the opacity of that just a tiny bit. So I kind of like that. We're gonna go Command S. That's something that's missing from a lot of photos, that you're kind of missing a little bit of life. It's not the idea of being a subject. It's just trying to create some type of interest, trying to increase some life. I could have added a deer. A deer would have been perfect to be added into this photo. But adding just a little bit of life makes it a little more interesting, I think. I don't know. That's my opinion. Devlin, hello. It's a treat to see you today. It's a treat to see you, Devlin. By the way, there's going to be a another Firefly. Devlin was rocking it yesterday, as well as the rest of chat. Do I have it right here? I think I got rid of it. Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna give a quick plug since Devlin is here. Let's jump in and go to new. And yesterday on the Firefly Discord, edit load. What we did is we took a US map and asked chat, what do you think of when you think of specific states? Then we generated, most of them are generated, all but one. We generated those objects and added them onto the states. So this was an absolute blast that we did yesterday on the Firefly Discord, Jack and I. Devlin had a ton of ideas. We've got a ton more coming up. You can see we still have half the country to do. So today we're going to be doing a special, because there's no other Behance streams. We're going to be doing a special Firefly continuation. So if you have any prompts in 2.5 hours, come on over to the Firefly Discord, and jumping into the Discord, jumping into the Firefly Discord, scrolling up to the top, you will see we've got the prompt jockey, prompt the map. So that's what we've got. Now, no, Lee, we are not putting ideas right now into this chat because I won't remember. And it is for the people that are in chat. Michelle says, would be cool to do this with a European map. Yes, and that is coming up. The European map, we're going to do that at some point. And also, maybe I need to make sure I can trust Stuart and Oliver. We may actually break it down to a UK map. Somebody ended up doing a German map after Jack and my stream. They did a German map. So this is cool that the fact it wasn't Tim, that it inspired somebody else to do this. So I like this, but I want to do Europe, maybe UK, because I know we have a huge UK audience, so that could be fun. I just don't have the knowledge for what to do. Like, I've lived in Germany for 10 years. And I would have a tough time with some of this. You know, we've got the Black Forest going into the, oh, this is wrong. Well, okay, I'm not going to go there. They've got Audi for Baden-Württemberg. That should be, okay, wine, that's for where I live. And the German, the Deutsche Weinstrasse. So anyway, reiterate for up here, it would be deep fried Mars bars. I read that haggis, whiskey oil, jut, and jam. I don't know what jut is. Yeah, that bratwurst looks good. That's Bavaria. That's kind of where. Well, no, actually, I was actually right down here where these photos are from, right by the Austrian border. Jute? Jute? I don't know what jute is. Don't tell me I'm saying a bad word. So anyway, we're in 2.5 hours. We're going to continue that on a special Friday, Firefly Discord stream. So that's my plug. A material. Those pretzels. Oh, I had some. I had some pretzels. I had some beer. Oh yeah. When in Bavaria. Do as the Bavarians do. It's not what Bavarians do, it's what the tourists do. Okay. So back to this photo. Yep, we've got, that's the before with no kid. That's the after. Did it actually? Yeah. So do you drive a German car? I do not, Lee. I used to drive an Italian car, but I do not. All right, moving on. Now, I'm going to finish culling these, and then, you know, unless we've got any questions, I'm probably going to end the streams shortly. Like that one because I shot it a little darker. So, use that one and just straighten everything up. I'm afraid we may get something out of the sky there. And this is really interesting at this castle because they didn't, like, the fountains weren't going all the time. Oh, everybody, Oliver is back. Oliver is back. I repeat, Oliver is back. Why am I on the wrong side? Oliver is back. You have no idea the amount of stress that I have been like holding in my neck, waiting for you to get back, Oliver. Like, where are my mods? Where are my mods? You know, Umacorn, Lee, especially Devlin. I mean, they can just fly off the handle, and I've got no mods that have my back. What am I to do? Okay, so this is really interesting. I dig this fountain. This fountain is based upon the idea that their children of this myth, the children wouldn't drink the water. And so they turned all the kids into frogs. So all the children are turned into frogs. And it's hilarious. So you have all the frogs, then you have the children, you have the turtles, you have different, like, maybe iguanas. It's hilarious. It's actually a really good story. So you've got all of these, the fountains start going, and I'm taking pictures. I don't know that fairy tale, Umacorn. I'm fairly sure the biggest troublemakers are those streams, are the mods. That's true. That is true. Like this one, I love. I have no idea. No idea. Let's go 200. But that's great. That just is awesome. Now, of course, these people, they need to be removed, and they will be. Let's just keep going. I love fountains. Fountains are fun. A marmot just out of nowhere, and I caught my eye and I turned around and took the photo and wasn't ready, and he was gone again. Now, I don't know if you guys have these like where you live, but first off, I'm on an island. This is an island. A big island, but still an island. But in the cities like here, I see them going up and down the street at night, and they get into cars and they chew the wires up, and they'll just destroy your car. So I was stunned that I saw one of these. That is not a ground squirrel. That is not a ground squirrel. All right, take care. Thank you for jumping in, and thank you for being active in chat. It was nice meeting you. Hope to see you again. It's a weasel, not a marmot. Are you? No. I did not think. Sorry, everybody. Hold on. I'm Googling stuff. The ears. Okay, so I would not call it. Now maybe a marmot is in the wheel in the a marten. I'm gonna be really. I maybe. Yes. Devlin. Yep. There you go. Let me bring this. A marten. Yep. Sorry, everybody. Marmots are squirrel rodent animals. Yeah, it's a marten. This is definitely so. My mistake. I got one right. Hey, I'm happy I got coot right. I'm happy with that. Okay. Back into Lightroom Classic. Anyway. Moving on. Oh, you also get pine martens up here. Oh, okay. They are unfortunately clever, yes. They are clever, Devlin. And they are car nibblers. They've got, it's hilarious. I've never seen this before until here, but if you have, like, cars will blow up. They catch on fire, the engines, because they're nibbling on the wires and the cables. And so mechanics actually, if you're saying, oh, I've got this problem, I have this problem with my car, and you take it to the mechanic, one mechanic will open up the hood, and the other mechanic has this small, like a fishing net, and they're like all back, and they're like, looking around, because they don't want this thing jumping out on them, and like, ah. So, yeah, it's I've never seen that before. I thought that was interesting. Okay. I like that. Honey badgers are more clever. Luckily, they live only in Africa. They are truly fascinating and beautiful. Badgers are here. I don't know the difference between a honey badger and a regular badger, but they have badgers here. As I was talking about, I used to drive a Fiat, and it was a little sports car, roadster, not a sports car, roadster, and I almost hit a badger, and it would have totaled my car. Like, I probably would have. It was a little 2-seater convertible. It probably, if I hit it, it would have flipped over, and the badger would have been like, huh? What? I'd be laying on the side of the road dead. Yeah, it was big. That is where dachshunds, dachshund, a dock is a badger. Are they that tough? Yeah, they are. But so a dachshund, a dock is a badger. So a dachshund, badger dog, is a dachshund, and they were bred. So they have very short skin and a very strong tail. So they were bred to be put down into badger holes to bite the badger, and then you hold them by the tail and you pull the dog out with the badger. Honey badgers steal from the leopards and lions. Ooh. Okay, that's pretty tough. That's so great. That's pretty tough. I like this mainly because we've got this really good contrast going on right here. I'm digging that one. Okay. Too many people. We need to take care of that. And you know, this is interesting. It's been a while due to COVID that I've not done many portraits lately, and so photographing statues, I kind of tried to do the same thing. A man says he wants a dachshund. Cowboy says, get a long little doggy. Get a long little doggy. Oh. On that note, badgers here quite happily dig up wasp nests, completely unfazed by the wasps. Not fun. Fun. Okay. They've got I don't know if back in the day this used to be a hunting reserve, but they have a series of deer. These black deers I've never seen before. I find very interesting the very felty antlers. So that was kind of new. This one just wanted to keep coming up. Pro tip: when a deer comes up to you like this and is like, hey, how's it going? Don't stand there and take photos. Deer are covered with deer flies. Those deer flies are like, hey, that thing over there doesn't have any fur to bite through. Let's go get him. My legs were covered with deer flies and bites. Don't get close to deer. Take it from me. Oh, yeah, I was not a happy camper. Oh my goodness. Oh dear, Michelle. And I have no idea what this white thing is back there. It's a white deer. But this guy was just covered with the flies. Goat. Goat. Meh, our countryside is full of deer, horse, clegg, whatever, bitey flies anyway. Don't need deer near you. I was pretty well prepared for the UK. The only problem I had in the UK, in the Lake District, is I wanted to get some photos from specific areas, and the stinging nettles got me. That was pretty much the bad situation I had there. So, okay, you know what? I think we are going to be hi Jack. We're gonna end. We're gonna end with this photo right here. This is our ending. So we're gonna go ahead, hit D. First thing we're gonna do is I had my levels on. We're gonna turn this into a, let's see here. We're gonna turn it into a panoramic. I'm gonna hit O for our overlay, and we want to go ahead and line up everything close to center. Everything is very much straight. You can see that. I'm good there. We're going to go ahead, hit close. Let's go into our basics. Let's bring down our highlights. I want to bring those clouds out. I'm going to open up our shadows. Open up our whites just a little bit. I'm going to open up our blacks. Get some texture up, not too much. A little bit of clarity. You can add a tiny bit of dehaze. I'm going to add a little bit of vibrance. Now, our greens are too saturated. So let's jump into the HSL. I want HSL and not color. Going into our saturation, let's grab our picker right there. And we're going to desaturate just a tiny bit for our greens and I'm gonna saturate these yellows back. Okay, let's jump into... let's not add an effect. Let's go into our detail. Let's give it some sharpening. And what do you know about Bridgerton, Umacorn? I don't think you know anything about that. Okay, we're gonna call that good. I'm gonna go ahead, hit G for our grid. I'm gonna go Command E, and we're gonna go ahead and open in Photoshop Beta. What's Bridgerton? Now, I haven't finished, I have to be honest, I haven't finished season 2 yet. And so we haven't started the next series either, but we're moving along slow. Okay, we need to get rid of people. They don't belong here. They do not belong here. Why are you in my photo? So, oh, Jack, are you still here? Curious. Now, when you're removing people, remember, remove their shadow also. Jack says yes. Did you see I made a an event on the Firefly Discord? Will you be joining today, or do you have stuff to do? Ah, that did a good job. Wow. I think I like that one. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. All right, go ahead. Grab them. Jack says, I did. I will try to join today. I have a meeting right till 11 a.m. Eastern, so I may be a few minutes late. No problem. Then what I'll do, Jack, and I'm sorry everybody that we're talking of business, but what I will do is I will send you the invite when we get started, and then you can just jump right in whenever you can. So good. So good. All right, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna delete some of these options. Yep, we're gonna delete these, and I am gonna really try to make our file a little bit lighter, because this is gonna be a ton of editing. So what I'm doing is I'm going up and just deleting the variations. That way it's just trying to lighten it up. Just lighten it up. Okay. Now, every time I say this, I'm like, oh, well, let's see how it does. There's water going around. I don't know how it's gonna do. Should I try it big? We could do like a bunch. Oh my gosh, that one added. Okay. This one, check this out. This one connected the stream up here, so it's shooting from down low. That one, no, not at all. Then this one is actually the correct, because you can see the frog right there is shooting that one. So that's amazing. That's okay. We're gonna go a bunch now. I want to make sure. All right, we're gonna go greenery. So, making sure to grab a bit of the edges if I want to make sure to save those edges, we want to make sure to grab those. You don't want to be perfect and like, oh, I didn't hit hold shift, Shawn. Holding shift, making multiple selections. There we go. There we go. We're gonna go 3. Then after 3, can you guess how many we're gonna do? We're gonna do more. It's not bad. Okay, it filled in the pathway there. That one, gosh, that's good. All right, let's delete these 2. General, hello there. All right. This one, I don't want to do. We're going to do the 3 people here, but I fear it's going to mess up. Let's do the pointing, making sure to get the shadow, getting a bit of the water. I don't know. I'm concerned. Oh, that one's nice. Oh, that one's really good. Actually, the second one. I like the second one. All right. All right, we need to let's do something hard. We're coming to the end. We're going to eliminate all of these umbrellas. I have no idea if this is going to be smart. If it's not, I don't know. But we're gonna go big. We're gonna delete all these people, even you over here. Why are you sitting on the steps with your kid? Get off my steps. Get off my lawn. Doggy's got to go. 2 Dalmatians going around the buffet. Around the buffet. Okay. It was surprising to see Dalmatians in Germany. I gotta say, I was surprised by that. They were pretty dogs, but I just haven't really known them they're not very common in Germany. Oh my gosh. Get the tiny tip of the parasol as well. What did I miss? It took, I'm okay with that. I don't know what you're talking about, Uma. Are you talking about this light? Because that's a chandelier inside the castle. I'm okay with that. All right, we got to go. We're going to do this. This is the last one. It's almost 3 o'clock. I gotta be done. And let's actually do. Let's push Sensei. All right, I'm gonna hold Shift. We're gonna add that right there. A little bit more. The castle or your castle? My castle in castle called Kosel. There is not a castle in Kosel, but there was a Kosel in Kassel. Kosel and Kassel are both German towns. I visited Kassel, so there was a Kosel there. But Kosel is a small village, a dorf, if you will, and not really a... Oh, God, hit generate, Shawn. Quit talking. There's a beautiful church there. Oh my God, that did a good job. Wow. Wow. Okay, command 0. So, this is where we started. Getting rid of people. One by one. Boom. Boom. This would actually be a good, like, GIF. And I would continue on doing that. Or... well, I get rid of this guy for sure. That guy's got to go. Kind of like the dad and kid right there. The red person's got to go. They got to go. That guy's got to go. I don't know what she's doing. She's got to go. I may take everybody out except for those two. I don't know. Let's go ahead. Go Command S. We're going to save that. When in doubt, just take them out. Take them out. All right. Are you saved? Thought you saved. Yeah, you saved. Okay. Let's jump back over into Lightroom Classic. Yep. So you can see before and after. Gosh, that does such a good job. Wow. 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 All right. I'm going to use this. Wait, where's my nameplate? Oh, this is... I haven't loaded. Duh, this is beta. I'm looking up here. I'm like, what? Where's my nameplate at? I'm really not happy about that. There we go. Oh, oof, oof. Got me nervous there. I didn't know whose Lightroom Classic this was. All right, let's take a screenshot. I will make a thumbnail for Behance. There we go. Okay, today was fun. It was just kind of a special day, a nice relaxing stream. Nothing else was happening. Remember, in 2 hours, Jack and I are going to be streaming on the Firefly Discord. Please come and join us. Devlin has been just coming up with all the best prompts, so outdo her. Just as long as it's Lightroom Classic and not the other one. In 2 hours, 2 hours, I've been streaming 2.5 hours. So in 2 hours, we'll be on the Firefly Discord. So jump over to the Firefly Discord and look for us. If you got nothing else going on, come over, say hi. Tell us what you think goes with a U.S. state. I will set an alarm not to miss. Thank you, Umacorn. Is AI coming to Bridge soon? Technically, it has already been in Bridge because Adobe Camera Raw is in is in Bridge. You have to remember, technically, AI has been in Adobe products for over 10 years now. Bridge may be dumb Devlin, but Adobe Camera Raw is not. So AI has been in Adobe products for 10 years now. It's just the new generative fill has been added. So Lightroom Classic could also do with some AI tagging that Lightroom has. Come on, Adobe. Here, okay, Oliver, I agree with you, but the issue is it goes both ways in the sense of you don't have to be online to be working in Lightroom Classic. You don't have to be connected to the cloud. Now, if you're working in Lightroom, you got to be connected to the cloud unless all of your images are stored locally, in which you can do now, and you can store them locally, work maybe not connected to the internet. Now, for the AI to work, because it's cloud-based, it has to actually be connected to the internet. So it's kind of like, all right, do I want to get into this cloud-based world with Lightroom Classic other than syncing? So be careful what you ask for. The issue is the tags don't sync between Lightroom Classic and the cloud more than once. I didn't think you used tags. They need to fix the tag syncing. Then we could use the AI tags from Lightroom Web. Okay, this is a conversation that we've had, and I've had on Terry's stream, Terry White, if anyone's wondering, on my stream, because I love using keywords. I love tagging. I do it a ton. I love the tagging. And it's also for Adobe stock that I do the tagging, and I really need to get Adobe stock going. By the way, did you hear? I love LAMP. Gotta go, Michelle. Bye. Did you hear? It's right now, Adobe stock. They have been getting so much AI submission that the overall wait period is 45 days for getting photos either accepted or rejected. Oh my gosh, 45 days. Yes, Adobe stock does do AI keywording now when you upload stuff. It does. It has for a while. Yeah. It gives you recommendations for keywording and also general title. It's the chip shortage. Oh, general. Clifton, hello from South Africa. Good to see you. Or is that why the photos I submitted 2 weeks ago still haven't been reviewed? Yeah, it is. They have been slammed because they changed their rules for AI, for generative art. They've been getting so much stuff, and they've been getting spammed. So people, they'll generate the same thing, but like, 40 times and send them the same stuff. I have all this guacamole and struggle to get enough chips. I assumed it was just because they're all on holiday. No. They're working at the same pace they always have been. It's just, Ben said they're 45 days out for getting reviews. It's crazy. It's crazy. They've actually changed their policy with old photography, because before, if you uploaded and waited for it to be submitted, your photos would be put kind of down in the list because they're like, oh, they're old photos. Nobody wants old photos. But now, because it's taken so long to be reviewed, that they've eliminated that rule. It's like, dang. Okay. Announcement while I'm heading out. For those of you that may not have heard, I just heard today, I'm going to Max. I'm excited. Kind of. I don't know how I'm going to get the money for the plane ticket. I'm going to have to beg the wife. But invited. Yes, Lee. That's all I can say for now. I am going to max. I'm going to max. That's all I can say. I love lamp. I've never been. Oh my God, you were there. So I didn't realize this. 2019 was had the most attendance. Oh no, God, no. I'm none of that stuff, Oliver. No, I'm not. Jesus. They asked me to come and clean the bathrooms. They said, hey, if you come and you empty the garbage cans, we'll let you come to max. I said, okay. But yeah, it was something crazy, like 18,000 people. I think this year maybe they're gonna have 8,000. Something like that. But believe me, I will let you know more when I know more. I literally just found out about it. Well, on one of the times I left the stream. So, well, I made so many friends there. That's the different. It was like Max London. I was a little disappointed. The only thing I was disappointed about when it came to Max London is because I was working, I couldn't meet as many people or spend as much time with people as I wanted to. And this Max is going to be the same. But Max London? Yeah, Max London. What are you talking about, Max London? You didn't hear about Max London, Lee? How did you not hear about Max London? All right. Don't go anywhere, anybody. Dun 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 dun. Max London. So Max, actually, they are doing tours now. This was a plan that they were gonna start doing after the 2019, and what they decided to do is not because COVID happened. So Max London, let's see, at the Beams, they had another special like keynote speakers going off in a whole nother area. Yeah, they're gonna be doing Max like everywhere. Yeah, one day event, one evening event. So who do I got? I got Scott in here. Where's Scott? Oh, I know I got pictures of Scott. Here we go. Here's Scott giving the presentation. I think I've got Rufus also. Yeah, there's Scott. Bad photo of Scott. Sorry, Scott. Did I get Rufus? Yeah. And then I had, after the keynote speakers, I had to go to work, so Max has given up now and has gone back to all right. I'm really leaving. By the way, anytime that comes up, this might be the last year. I don't know this for sure. Lee saying I prefer the intensity of LA and Max over many days, and an old fashioned at the end of the day. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I need to get more information. I had the opportunity to go, and I didn't pull the trigger, and so there's a possibility now. So that's where we're going. I went to college in LA, so I'm not like, yay, LA, yay. Been there, done that. All right, I want to thank you all for being here. Stick around in a couple hours at the Firefly. Check out Jack and I. We're going to be doing Adobe Express. And I hope you'll all have a great rest of the day. Have a great weekend if I don't see you later today. And be safe, be creative, and just be nice. I will see you all later, and I will be back Tuesday. Take care, everybody. Bye.